Hello and welcome back to the world of Arklands. When we last left our heroes, they finally completed their journey along the path to the Feywild through the plane of Hades.
Hell.
And defeating a ghost dragon and finally reaching the door with the Feywild on the other side. And welcome back.
Whoa, what just happened?
Where'd we go?
So,
I don't know, but that was weird. That wasn't the normal transition.
No, it's not. Trey got fed up with us.
I'm scared.
I need everyone to roll me a wisdom save.
No! Is this a magical effect?
Yes.
Yes! Natural 20.
Wow.
Rip. Oh, no,
21.
Good.
Is it charmed?
You actually automatically succeed.
Look at me.
Anything that
Finally
has the
doing
Fey
things.
ancestry trait.
Oh.
Also, no, that's not her dice.
Yeah. I love
Oh no, Makoto.
Oh, jeez.
That had to be one.
Stop stealing my look.
I'm gonna wear a black hoodie next time.
What the heck is... Oh, it's an Altoid.
Alright, Makoto just passed because she has a +6 to wisdom. The DC was 10.
Oh.
And because you all passed, we do not skip your time in the Feywild.
Huh?
Oh, snap.
A creature that leaves the Feywild must make a DC 10 wisdom save. Fey creatures automatically succeed, as do any creatures like elves that have the Fey ancestry trait. A creature that fails the saving throw remembers nothing from its time spent in the Feywild.
That
And
really messed
I did that. I decided to do that at the start because had y'all failed, we would have skipped to after, with you guys as the players having no memory of what transpired.
Except for me.
Yeah.
What move were we not part of?
I don't know, but I'm glad we passed.
I'd like to do inspiration to make them reroll. No.
You don't have any inspiration.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
So,
When I say our inspiration, I mean mine.
Yes, I'm aware. I just use it whenever I feel
Just like it's my money, but Noah's debt.
I don't have that debt anymore.
No,
I also
you don't.
don't have the money anymore, but...
it's true. So,
No money, more problems.
you enter
Oh, jeez.
into the Feywild. And into... I guess it would be a pagoda.
Okay.
A large octagonal platform made out of a shining marble floor, reflecting any of the light sources in the area, of which there are many, as the plants on the outside of this pagoda, quite a few of them have a bioluminescence and are glowing faintly. There are also lights hanging in mid-air, not dissimilar to the Dancing Lights spell, but just held in place. This pagoda has a number of pillars at each corner, one at each corner, and a spiraling staircase in the very center of the room.
Where's it go?
Apparently up towards another floor.
No! I thought it went sideways.
It's the Feywild? 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 Feywild, Feyworld. I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to say, so I mushed them together.
We call it the Fey.
It's the Fey place. You never know.
Fey place.
I gotta dumb it down for myself sometimes.
Briss will
Know your limits.
turn to the rest of them and go, I've not been here.
That's not encouraging.
However, treat this, Ray, like your in-laws. Reverence.
So don't act like you got it.
Don't say anything. Don't talk to anyone. Don't even nod your head when they talk to you.
Do not make, dear Lord, do not make any deals. Sorry, dear Arya, do not make any deals. Because, and at this moment, Riss realizes, I've already named something. And then we'll continue. Because everything here, especially the spoken word, has consequences.
Indeed it does. As you see a very tall figure, easily over 6 feet.
Is it taller than me?
Yes.
I was gonna say that's the standard for very tall for Riss.
Yeah. Easily over 6 feet because this figure is 10 feet tall.
Oh, wow!
All black, leather boots, black pants, a black overcoat with green trims down the front, and a almost like a train conductor's hat.
Okay.
With a small medallion of a multi-pointed star on the front. Pale, almost ashen gray skin, long pointed ears, and what almost looks like cat eyes. And holding in one hand a lantern that's hanging down, spherical, that is glowing green. Welcome to my domain.
Ray looks at Riss.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
I am Varava, Archfey of doors and paths, the lost and never found. May I have your names?
No.
You can learn our names.
Ray grabs Makoto's hand and just kind of holds it and squeezes a little bit.
He's like, you can learn our names. Chris Whaler, Einar, Ray, Makoto. And Barry is around here somewhere.
A pleasure.
Likewise.
So, what brings you here?
An appointment.
Care to elaborate?
If we don't need to, then...
This is the quiet Ray has ever been. Most quiet Ray has ever been.
Well, if you wish to stay, you are welcome. If you wish to leave, you are welcome. But I would be careful which door you choose.
We appreciate it.
Ray begins to nod and then stops and is just looking at the ground.
If you need any assistance, do not hesitate to let me know.
What is the price for your assistance?
And Rest will kind of like, just kind of step over Einar and start towards the staircase. Thank you, Baraba.
Nothing too egregious, of course. Completely ignoring you.
That's it.
I find that very vague and unhelpful.
And Briss looks at Einar. And like... I have no doubt, Baraba, should we need
I
help...
assume... And he's just completely ignoring you. I assume you have entered the Feywild from one of the mortal paths.
I will not confirm or deny.
He pleads the fifth.
Riss is motioning to Ray Makoto to go, like, ahead of him up the stairs.
Can I make an insight check on this guy?
Sure. And he's going to be doing the same.
With a passive of 20.
Yeah. You will not know anything.
No.
Would you? Oh, yeah.
So, passive of 20.
22.
Got it. Doesn't seem... What are you trying to sense?
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out if he's trying to, for lack of a better term, swindle me.
Always assume everyone is.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say.
Which is why Einar's trying to be vague.
Riss is looking to see if he's gathering information with a purpose, and it seems to be the case.
It's safe to assume that's always the case.
Yeah.
However, there's also not an air of malice. There doesn't seem to be ill intent. At least not that you can sense. I am a neutral archfey in the courts of the Feywild. My domain is that of paths and doors. If you so wish, I could help you to get wherever it is you would like to go. All I need is the knowledge of how you came here.
We appreciate the assistance, Brava. And we will know, I assume, where to find you should we need you.
Possibly. But once you leave this place, I cannot speak for your safety.
We are ones to disregard safety on the regular. A pleasure.
It will be a pity I won't see you again then.
Einar's gonna walk over to Riss and try and quietly. Riss, I know we need to be careful, but this is also uncharted territory.
Riss goes, tell me, in a whisper, when I said, don't make a deal with anyone in the Fae, why is the first person you come across, you're like, oh, let's make a deal. Like,
I am not immediately making a deal. I'm trying to find out what the price of the deal would be, because I know that they are tricky, and they will try their best to make things difficult for us. However, if we can play their game back at them, or if it is worth the price, we do have more or less of a time crunch.
again, we know where to find him. But
Are we
let's
sure?
carry on our way. Riss is like, he's like, not anymore in front of him. Let's go upstairs.
Oh no, the upstairs is further in.
Oh.
Any of these doors will lead you out. But as I said, do be careful.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Riss will turn first, and so I guess is it like each side of the octagon is a door?
Yes. And you notice each of them roughly corresponding, north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest. Not that you can really get a sense, but as he says this, each of the archways is filled with a image of a different place. One is mountainous, very dark, shrouded in like perpetually overcast, with craggy mountains just far as the eye can see. The other opens to what appears to be a vast desert. One is a overgrown forest. Another is a appears to be in a river. The water is not flowing through the gate, but it's appeared.
It's like a 3D or so. Oh, okay, yeah.
Like it's just directly inside it, and so on and so forth.
Oh, okay, so one, Will did not know that there were other doors. He assumed it was just up and out. So,
Wait, it's the pagoda. It's the pillars around and in between each pillar is.
yeah.
Can I make a survival check to try and figure out which might be theoretically the best door?
Sure.
That is a...
Can he cast guidance?
That is a good question. Does guidance... Am I able to cast spells in this?
Do you try?
one? I'm going to try and cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Hold on. Would Einar, with my nat 20 a while ago, would Einar know if that's a bad idea to do?
It should be fine. There might be places in the Feywild where it would be less so, but in general, it should be okay.
Okay. So that is a 33.
33, you know that your survival skills don't mean shit here. Everything here bears a resemblance to real life, to the material plane. And upon thinking about it, where were you on the material plane when you left?
Didn't we go straight from the boat?
No.
I think.
No, we were at the Colosseum and then your goddess's realm.
Yep.
And I want to
Oh,
say...
no, we went to Waimarie.
Yep.
We went to the islands.
Yeah. Specifically, the island of Doors. Which, with a 33 on survival, would explain why your first stop in the Feywild is the domain of the Archfey of Doors and Paths.
So are you here as a guide of sorts?
I am here because this aligns the most with my domain.
Now, obviously, I won't retcon what Riz said because it was true, but I'll say he was making sure I knew the risk of asking because Will did not realize there were many doors in the room.
Yeah.
So,
Well, there weren't until he said to be careful.
And your sole price for assistance is merely additional information?
I would like your journey here.
First of all, you may not have anything of ours, because your verbiage implies that it will be taken from us, that we will no longer have it.
That will be the case, if you so decide to take me up on my offer. It cannot be given if it is not mine.
Counteroffer. We give you a physical trinket in exchange for intangible information. That seems to be a deal in your favor.
Make an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
Okay, so you would have done a little bit of research into the Fae prior to coming here.
Right. Gray is...
And the funny thing about the Fae is it's actually kind of the opposite. Essentially, the way that Archfey work is that any Fae could, in theory, become an Archfey if they gather enough power. And it's typically power related to specific things. Varava, if he is the Lord of the Wayward Path, Archfey of Doors, then he would have made deals for ownership of physical things, yes, but also memories, names, and anything that relates to that concept. And the more he owns, the more that belongs to him in relation to that concept, the more powerful he becomes in relation to that concept. And so Archfey are Fey that have gathered enough, whether through deals or trading or, gifts from other Fey, so on and so forth, that they essentially are able to claim dominion over a concept. The Fey Queens, their dominion is magic itself. So, if you have a Fey that trades
Magic weapons.
a magic weapon, sure. They might trade that then to an Archfey of War, or someone who's trying to become an Archfey of War. And the more weapons or experiences that Archfey gains, the more powerful they'll become. So, intangible aspects are actually... It's very hard to steal something that is intangible. So it is more secure.
But that's where I assume whoever swindled him out of the sword will be it's a good bargain chip in getting it back to because of the magic, I guess.
Well, the Sword of Cassandra did not originally belong to the Fey Queens. It was the counterpart, the crown and gauntlet of Mithra, Cassandra's mortal enemy, that belonged to the Winter Queen. And Mavris swindled her out of the crown, which was then stolen from him. The reason that you have the sword is because the Fey Queens love to one-up each other. So the Winter Queen losing the crown and then the Summer Queen gaining the sword would be something she would likely have great interest in.
That's fair.
So, yeah. All that to say, intangible things are
Everything they're
sometimes
looking
preferred.
for, yeah.
Yeah.
Riss is going to go stand by the, I guess, side between the pillars leading to the mountain. And just wait. I assume you all are still debating with Varava.
So if we were to give you our journey here,
No.
what exactly does that mean?
Yes.
I will trade safe passage to the destination of your choosing
Any destination.
within the Feywild.
Well, that's why we're here.
In exchange, the memories from the four of you of your path through Hades.
I mean,
One moment. And I'm just gonna bring them together, huddle up.
listen, to be honest, I did not have a great time. The only thing that would keep me from making the deal is that it is somewhat important for us to know where we came from in order to know where we're going. But I mean, as long as we're already here, that doesn't matter so much, right?
It's up to you, but
Because
ask Ray, it is deeply unsettling to have memories removed.
I could use a few. So
Ray kind of goes,
now,
remembering that he kind of already does.
Now, we have to do this and then move on to Mavris.
What was his name again?
The Archfey?
Yeah.
Varava.
Bravo.
So,
Okay, Varava. Guaranteed safe passage
Of course.
for the story of how we got here.
from the entrance of Hades to the exit of it. Nothing more.
Yes,
nothing
your
less.
journey along the Fey path.
I think we can agree.
How about 3 instead of 4?
I'm not much of a hackler.
Understood.
Yes.
Neither am I. Not in the Feywild.
Then we have a deal.
I will exchange safe passage to those who provide the payment. If one of you declines, that is, of course, your right, but I will not be able to offer that.
Just 2? Or to and from?
Just 2.
You have
Trust
time.
Riss, trust me.
He goes, yes.
Okay. Then we have a deal?
Whoa. He said no, yes, like you got a point.
Ray doesn't say anything. He looks at Bravo.
Brava steps down. You expect him to walk down the spiraling staircase, but he just steps into the air and walks down
Power move, yeah.
on.
I feel like that
mid-air.
makes the spiral staircase.
Oh, if it's not for me.
Oh, okay.
And he leans down so that he's at eye level with you. His entire body, like, bent.
Now, before anything happens, I said story, not memory.
While that's true, it's functionally identical.
I meant story,
Okay.
not memory.
But you're also going against human wizard Archfey.
I'm aware.
And
Wisdom save roll off.
but then he clarified.
He never
That
clarified
he did
afterwards
because-
memory. You never said memory
said
after I said
payment.
story.
He said payment, not memory. Okay, so what would you view as the difference?
Well, a story is what we tell him, not what we remember.
I'm going to allow you to. It's not a guarantee.
Okay?
Chris is gonna be so upset you crossed him.
I'm going to
no.
say. Yeah, make a wisdom save. It's DC 17. If you pass it, you keep your memories because of that deal.
Oh, you have inspiration. I mean,
You have many.
I would say just use 1.
Where's the 9? There we go. Would this be considered a magical effect?
No, this is the
Contract.
this is whether or not Ray's will of
What's the DC?
17.
-1 inspiration, 22.
Right. The check is not a magical effect. It is, does Ray's intent overpower the details of the deal? Because also, Varava is the one who extended his hand for the deal, and so it's the equivalent of Ray,
Rewriting the
signing
contract.
signing the contract. He's the one who offered a hand, so
Got
he's
it.
the one who set it up. But as I said, you passed the wisdom save.
Yep.
So you will retain your memories. And as you shake hands and you just feel this kind of pulse, just not literal physical, but just this, it's like your blood ripples. It's
Ugh.
very uncomfortable for just a moment. Just this sensation spreading throughout your body. Ah. Go on.
And Ray gives him the story of passing through the Ashen Wasteland. Blah, 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 blah.
And he's going to make each of the 4 of you tell the whole story in as much detail as you can. And I will not.
Einar gives a little extra detail about that worm creature he saw.
Yeah?
Just because
So-
it stuck out to him.
But
Like,
that's
as much detail,
but,
okay.
But that's the thing is, we don't lie to him. We tell him the story.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, what you have lost, though, is time.
Yep.
So I'm going to say
Let's see. How long does it take Einar?
roll a...
On D4 and go hours.
No, make a charisma check. Each of you.
Ugh.
Oh.
Charisma? Okay.
Okay.
16.
16. Yours only takes 4 minutes.
Alright.
Yours takes 16.
Okay.
8.
12 minutes. So you're currently at
32.
32.
Plus Makoto.
Makoto rolled a nat 20.
Oh, alright.
Ditto.
She went, man, I don't remember shit
So
already.
she will summarize. So we'll chalk that up to a half hour
Sounds good to me.
that you spend
That's not too bad.
expanding on your journey.
Nice job. Swindling the swindler.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's how you do. That's how you do.
This is why Einar wanted to talk to the guy. But he's the one that actually did it.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, Ray likes to gamble.
Yeah, with all of us.
Yeah.
With that out of the way, I very much appreciate your time.
And we thank you for your hospitality.
Of course. And he raises the lantern and just lets go of it, and it kind of hovers in the air and just spins, and the green light within just... And in a flash, Varava is gone, and all of the doorways in the pagoda show the exact same image, which is of a glowing green path through a forest.
Ah. You know, I think that's the one I would have chosen to begin with.
It is not the same forest.
Oh, it's not. Okay, never mind then.
No.
Whew.
Rest will go. I'm very impressed. That was very good.
No,
However,
thank you.
the
It
one
wa-
thing Fae love more than intangibles are grudges, which are intangibles with malice.
Hey, we didn't leave him empty-handed, as he said. We gave him our time.
Yes, but he was a neutral Fae who happened to be okay with the compromise, and I think who was impressed at your efforts to
Yeah,
Negotiate.
it won't happen again.
ah.
I don't believe that. And I starts walking to the door.
Rest just literally goes ha and walks out as well.
You walk through the door and continue on your way. I'm going to, at this point, you have secured yourself safe passage to the summer court. To determine how quickly you are able to you have in the past rolled a nat 20 on knowledge about the Feywild,
So did I.
and so did you today. So, with that in mind, you can roll survival, and you can roll arcana.
Cool.
I mean, are you
17.
above 10?
Yeah,
About
that's
50.
also a 17.
Wow.
Look at that.
Well, that works out well.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Well,
Kind
that was pretty bad for me.
I was gonna say.
I rolled a 6 too.
You have the same bonus.
You have a you have a plus 10 to yours, right?
I have a plus 10 to mine, but I
Yeah.
have guidance.
I have a plus
which
11.
I rolled a 1.
That was with advantage too. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Dang.
Going south.
Yeah.
Decreasing. We
We need to go the other
up.
direction.
A little up,
Decrease the increase.
but that's just making fun of you.
It went back to the same number.
It's alright.
It's got a pattern.
Best I can do is fine.
I need a natural 20. Best I can do is a nat 1.
Yeah, it feels that way sometimes, doesn't it?
Give me 2 ones.
Okay. Now it's just mocking you.
Yep. Sounds about right. It's like, haha, you have a serious plot moment coming up. F you!
Yeah, here
Hi.
come the
So-
not story dice.
With a
Use the bronze dice. Since he's mid bronze.
with a 17 from both of you. There are many things that you see out of the corner of your eye as you take a walk through these woods. You stay on the green path, and I assume, given your experience thus far, you ignore anything
Yep.
that tries to call you. At one point, you hear a scream. It sounds like someone or something.
Before we even
in
start on the
pain.
walk, Riss will pull out his dagger and turn to Ray. I don't care if you hear Hana herself. You step off the path, we leave you.
Are you threatening me, Master Rogue?
Quite. You endanger our party. I will do
It's okay.
my
That was a
darndest.
That was a 22 and a wisdom save for the scream.
Okay. He's like, I will do my darndest to cut your armor off of your skin. So,
You can try.
There's another point where there's a ragged-looking stray dog just sitting on the side of the path, wagging its tail and looking at you as you walk by.
That one's too obvious.
the
It
scream.
whimpers as you continue walking.
I was gonna say, don't make it.
Ray's a war vet. Do you know how many animals were used in combat?
Well, I said the scream was also
Yep.
an obvious one. That's all I meant. But yeah.
At some point or another, something tries to get their attention, and Aina just does the Sokka slap, and he just goes, I hate this place.
There's a point where the forest grows darker and darker, and you swear for split seconds you see eyes peering out from the shadows of the trees. All of the trees around you twisting and growing in odd formations, tangling, the branches threading together like a giant tapestry around you.
We're fine. Just keep walking.
Oh, I feel right at home.
I'm sure you do.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
But
But-
and you've been guaranteed safe passage, and so there are some other things that I could but will not throw at you.
Out of curiosity, what would they have been?
A young girl running, covered in wounds, asking for help.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Chris would
There's no
have
way.
told you all.
Dude,
There's no way.
man.
Well, you know it could have been real.
Listen, he knows it could have been real. He also is very much aware of what the Fae are capable of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so
That was
glad
that was a
this is not
hypothetical wisdom roll.
campaign 2. Campaign 2, I'd be a goner, man.
Oh yes.
Thankfully,
We don't-
Einar's had
well,
a rough path.
We don't know if
He's
it's a
good.
malicious thing.
Well,
In
step
this
off the
part of
path.
And the
Your
this
deal,
part of the
then
forest?
deal for that person's over.
Yep.
So it's not about whether they're malicious or not is beside the point. But
Yeah, I think Lord of the Rings, what is it? The woods of, whatchamacallit? Mirkwood?
Oh, yeah.
yes, it is very Mirkwood at the moment.
And the don't step off the path bit.
Oi.
Yep.
It disconnected me.
I love the moment in the movie where one of them picks up his own flask and he goes like, there's dwarfs in these woods. This looks just like mine.
I need to go back and watch those movies just because.
Yeah, I did enjoy them. The first one was
The
really
first
good.
one was awesome, even though it was horribly inaccurate to the book in many parts, but I still
Oh, was
enjoyed
it?
it.
Well, no, the first one was like almost
Hobbit?
1-to-1, yeah. And the only thing it introduced was things from other books from the Silmarillion. But almost all of it was accurate.
Everything
No, it
with
wasn't. The main plot points, there were half were correct and half were not. The whole pale orc didn't exist.
yeah.
Something like
That was. Oh, he existed a long
Bold
time
to a
ago.
degree existed, and there's debate about who this quote unquote pale orc was, but there was none of him being Thorin's
Or rival.
Yeah.
rival or anything
Nemesis,
like
I
that.
guess is a better term.
I thought that he had died before the events of
The pale orc is like ancient, like Balerian
Okay.
type of time frame. So think first age,
Here we go.
maybe second age.
This is a track called Tense Negotiations.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Oh, boy. Here we go!
So, you arrive at the edge of the forest. This isn't quite right, though. So, we're going
He has the sword, by the way.
I'm carrying the sword?
to know.
Yes, you have all the stuff that was in my.
Oh, that's right.
bag holding.
That's right.
I was never given the sword to my
the beer
inventory,
bag.
But yeah, it is a beer
Well,
bag.
to be fair, we didn't really add that to our inventory. We just were kind of like, okay, cool, we have it.
Yeah, we have it now.
I mean, that's a big enough thing. You don't have to worry about adding it.
Kiera thought about stealing. I would have banished you so fast.
Oh, that would have turned her and Einar's friendship very sour. You want to meet Varro the bad way?
You'd have been floating in the astral sea for a few minutes.
First one like, respect, and then try to stab you.
I wonder if Peril
I respect it, but I don't like it.
Yep. I wonder if Peril would actually, stab one of his teammates. Think he would?
Well, you're giving me no context, so my answer is yes.
So,
Especially early on.
you
Oh
arrive.
gosh.
No, you arrive at the edge of the forest, which opens into a vast open sky above a gorgeously lit. You can't get a pinpoint on where the sun is, but it is shining down with a warmth that you have not experienced in quite some time.
It's Gondolin.
There is a valley laid out before you.
Told you.
Just this verdant green, shining like emeralds, with dewdrops, just with a light misting over the entire thing. And in the center of the valley is a massive palace, carved in white and gold. Spires reaching up, and at the center, a floating symbol made out of carved stone and crafted metal, suspended mid-air, of a sun, flourished with outward spikes like a traditional children's image, but far more intricate.
All I can think of is the image from Tangled.
Not inaccurate. Honestly, what lays before you does bear a certain resemblance to the kingdom in Tangled, with the spires reaching up, situated in the center of a vast open area, except it's grass instead of water.
Is this just a palace, or is it like a whole city? But it's like the palace is the biggest part.
It's just a palace, but the palace is massive.
Okay, cool. This is...
The palace is the city.
Okay, yeah. That's fair.
Summer.
And as you arrive, and as you step into the sunlight, you know that you have arrived at the summer court.
Right. Does anyone have a shirt?
What?
Oh.
Wait, why?
Well, did your armor, like, you don't have a shirt
Everything was
underneath
like-
of it?
Well, he did.
It was
but
acid.
Okay, I wasn't sure if
I
the
was gonna say it
shirt
was
Oh!
all leather.
Oh! You're
Um,
missing clothes.
Correct. He's had the cloak over him for the most part. But he's like, I'd rather not go in
Well,
unseen.
I'm afraid that my attire wouldn't quite fit.
wait, you've. Wait a second.
Yes, that question was directed to Ray and Makoto.
Oh, let me see.
Not 100% sure that Makoto's would fit you. I mean,
I think you can pull off a dress.
comparatively,
Well,
you
dresses,
have a much
Makoto,
more
we're
womanly
adventurers.
figure.
Yes, and
Ray?
I'm looking. Can I create clothes?
I don't suppose there are any shops in the palace.
Yes, I want to make a deal for a shirt after all of my talk about not making deals.
yes, a shirt is the most important part of that.
That's what he's saying. He's like, yes, I want to make a deal for a shirt.
That's not the only thing that's been uncovered. I would say bottom half would be the focus first.
I guess, yeah.
Riss,
all the
are
way
you
down
naked?
He's
Am
got
I-
the cloak.
Am I...
Your
I was
armor
under the
is
assumption-
not just on your chest, you know.
I was thinking like, oh yeah, breastplate, but I was like, no, I'm wearing leather armor, which would be... Well,
Buck ass nude.
Riss is literally like, don't worry about it.
He's had the cloak. What?
I don't suppose.
Do I at least have boots? Were our boots
Make a dex-
magical?
make a dex
Hold,
save.
hold the phone.
Wait. Does he at least have a piece of the leather and clothing remaining? Anything at all?
I took a ton of damage, my dude.
I'm
That
gonna
thing basically
say,
swallowed me and spit me out. Like,
like there is no like little piece on the back that we can use as a loincloth. This dude's going around buck ass nude.
It's just been over his shoulders. You can just see his bare feet underneath it.
yeah, I don't have any. I was literally looking. I was like, do I have the boots? No, I don't have the boots.
I was gonna like remove like a leather strap and be like, all right, maybe you could just make it look like a toga of some sort.
That's not going to help. Hang on. Do you have an armor set in there?
I'm very happy. I know that you did not
Actually,
suggest
I think
a
I
thong,
do
which is
have
what I assumed you were going for.
Your adamant. Yeah, I have your adamantine plate.
I don't think he can wear that though.
No.
Well, what would happen if you did wear it?
He would have disadvantage.
I would say
Do you know how uncomfortable that would be, my friend?
I know how uncomfortable it would be.
You could
And I also know how uncomfortable it would be for you to be naked
Plate armor.
in front of the queen.
Listen, he would rather go in full glory than
Okay,
pinch something
okay,
and cause
okay.
some embarrassing
Hang on.
moment.
plate armor typically has layers of cloth underneath it. You don't just wear it over your bare skin.
Yes. So what I'm gonna do?
You could strip that from the armor.
Okay. So here's my plan. Because I want to give him a little bit of armor as well. So what I'm gonna do is with my tinkering, I'm going to use a little bit of residuum as well, along with the pieces of adamantine plate to essentially make a hybrid scale mail that is
Can you use medium armor?
clothing armor.
Okay. Go ahead and are you proficient with? Are you proficient? What are you proficient with?
Smiths and tinkerers tools.
Tinkers. Okay.
Can you do studded leather instead of like...
I can't do leather.
There's no leather.
No.
This music is perfect.
I was gonna say. Also,
trying to
in the
figure
valley,
out.
is there a path or is it just the valley?
Just the back.
Okay. Rest was like looking at the claws, like, okay, do we have to stay on the path? No, there's no path. He's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say make a.
I'm gonna use my water skin as the source of leather.
You're not gonna be able.
It's not gonna be a lot, but I'm not using it for the armor purposes. I'm utilizing materials in order to lay the adamantine on top.
There would be leather straps and clothing and like
Then we can do
again,
that.
cloth underneath. So yeah, go ahead and make a. Yeah, this would be make a Smith Tools check with intelligence.
I'll give you guidance.
Please.
So yeah, this is a add your
hide
proficiency bonus,
risk and
add your intelligence.
That's a natural 20!
Hello, brother.
This you can add adamantine half plate.
All right.
Amazing. And I will remove the adamantine from my inventory.
And I assume half plays. Okay.
So I'm designing this specifically so that it wouldn't impose any type of disadvantage.
Yeah. Which I believe.
I don't think half
does
plate
not.
does.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Adamantine half plate. What medium
I'm
armor
glad we
does?
discovered that before we went to the queen.
Riss had always had that in the front of his mind. I had assumed it was just thinking, oh yeah, armor like your basic.
Oh, me too. Me too.
That's what I thought. I thought you still at least had clothes, but this man's walking around with... No wonder you named him Barry.
Hey, because all the magical stuff survived. At least your bag of holding's still there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would have sucked.
Oh yeah. So does that mean everything non-magical should probably? Well, no, it's in the back.
No, it's in the back.
Anything that you
That's
didn't.
right.
Anything that
Have
you
in
were
the bag.
wearing that isn't magical is gone.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay, so adamantine half plate. That's nice. Riss, as he goes to change, we go, look away if you don't want to get to know me better. And Lily just like starts putting it on.
Yeah.
And he goes,
No thanks, that's for Zara.
oh, not bad.
Ray kind of gives him a thumbs up while not looking.
So half plate does give you disadvantage on stealth.
That's where the residuum comes in. Trying to make special armor.
You rolling that 20?
Yep.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah, you can have adamantine half plate. That does not give you disadvantage on stealth.
Love it.
I will take
Wow,
that
that's like an
magic weapon.
adamantine and mithril hybrid.
I was gonna say.
That's awesome.
A little bit.
Oh, then I use the mithril that he has as well.
No, I want my mithril.
You're not using it.
Yes, I do.
Oh, are you wearing it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
well, that
That
You use
has
the-
been
you-
my armor
use
for
the-
3 years.
Residuum. That's fine. So,
nice.
with
So should I
Riss-
just refresh?
kid it out.
Riss, are you decent?
I
He never is.
I'm
Just-
kind
you
of
know-
amazed
you know
took
that you
my
don't have
measurements so
disadvantage.
well.
We're the same freaking height.
your armor class is higher now.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's back to what it was, which is what I was hoping for. So
Let's go.
take it.
Let's go.
So, with Riss kitted out, I will say that since you guys rolled pretty decently, the journey through the forest, you all begin moving forward towards the Summer Palace. Is there anything you want to do while this is happening?
Riss will kind of go, okay. Looking around, make sure no one's near. Let's go over the game plan one more time.
You're talking.
Yes, I'm talking. We have the Sword of Cassandra.
Yes.
We are asking them in trade for the sword
To
and
separate
also to separate
Varro
Varro
from
from
Cerebus.
Well, weren't we going to ask them for the entirety of the realms, splitting?
Right, yeah. It wasn't
I thought it
just
was separate. Like they were combined. Like
Well,
they-
by
we should
they-
make that specific, but
by separating the two realms, we will thus separate Varro and Severus.
that's
Correct.
what we'll be
Cerebus.
specific on.
Correct. Because essentially, the splitting of the realms is meant to, as an addition to the sword, be its own gift.
Yes.
In restoring what was once broken, and the Fae Queens becoming the saviors of Arklands. This Fae Queen becoming the savior of Arklands. That's the most important thing.
Was it
Give
something?
one up.
Could one fake queen do it? I thought both would have had to. Or am I misremembering?
you don't know.
We don't know. So we can preface it as becoming the savior of Arklands.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
We don't need to specify. We present the sword, and then we present that. And that's it.
That's all. Just fate of like 3 realms at stake, but no pressure. No pressure. At least I'm not naked.
I was gonna say I have faith in him, but I have faith in your ability to do this.
I have more faith in magical armor than I do in non-magical armor.
And now you have it.
That's right.
So that should be a confidence booster.
Very much so.
I've got your back.
I appreciate that.
Does anyone have something like enhance ability or?
Actually, I do.
Does a what?
Makoto, cast Foresight.
That is a great idea.
You don't have a 9th level spell slot, do you?
No.
You can't hear.
How long does... Okay.
She used it.
By the dragon.
Oh, I thought you were saying, as in, no, that's not the reason. Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
And we don't have time.
I can cast Enhance Ability. Give him...
Did you get back a 9th level spell slot with a short rest?
No, but I know time is funny in the Feywild. Do we have time to rest? We're
I don't
here.
know. Well, we did skip a couple of things.
We skipped a room.
We skipped a room and we...
Okay. How much time do we have until our meeting?
You have no idea.
No idea? Let's discuss this again once we get to the secretary or whoever
once
gives
we-
this the time.
The
for the
scheduler,
meeting.
which is funny to
That's-
consider a scheduler in the Feywild, but this
Oh, I'm
point
sure
stands.
somebody has to. At some point.
Order is a funny thing. Most civilized societies have a sense of it.
Even if it's chaotic order. Which makes
Yes.
no sense, but neither does this place, so...
Oh, yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
think I clarified. I think I interrupted myself. The journey through the forest would have taken an hour and a half.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Cool. Yeah.
Alright, and we'll proceed up to the palace. Gates, entrance, whatever it is.
Yeah. There is a thin film covering the main gate, almost like a bubble, like the shining, iridescent, mostly transparent. But there it stands, covering the entrance.
Do we just walk
Gentlemen?
through it?
Ladies. And Riss will walk through.
Did you say ladies plural?
Lady. That was Wilton speaking.
That's definitely you, Ray. I was gonna follow through.
Which one of us has a kid? He says under his breath.
So you step through. The film kind of clings to you for a moment, but then you pass through it.
Okay, that was gross. Don't want to do that again.
I've been through worse.
You've died. I've died.
Yes.
You're next.
No.
Died in my dream.
He did
That
what?
doesn't count.
It
Let me
kinda,
tell you, it's scarring enough.
It kind of did. I had to use an actual diamond on him.
Anyways, what's...
As you step in, the halls you enter into are a commotion. It is not dissimilar to watching people walking around Grand Central Station. Just everyone with a place to go. You see elves, of all different types. Eladrin, high elves, dark elves, wood elves. You see pixies and sprites and quicklings and darklings and satyrs, centaurs, everything you can imagine in relation to the Fae. You see these hounds running across and then vanishing and then reappearing somewhere else. You see
Fascinating.
a handful as you look around the room. Not many, but a handful of boggles. As well as many other creatures you do not recognize. The commotion is loud, but not deafening.
Okay.
And they don't really pay you much mind.
Makoto, telepathic bond.
Yeah.
Barry, wander, no trouble.
You look.
He just said it into the. He wasn't looking for like a specific. He just was saying it in general, if he was still there.
You don't actually know where he is.
So he was just speaking it. If you're still here.
Barry, go.
It'll take me a few minutes.
Okay.
I have the spell slot.
That's okay. We can go off to the side then.
Okay. And you notice that, despite the fact that the valley looked completely empty upon your arrival, others are moving in behind you through that same iridescent film. That are walking past you. One of them kind of bumps you and
Off to the side a little bit further.
This is what I grew up with. Not here, but all this madness.
Oh, trust me, I'm used to this too.
Now I know why you are the way that you are.
Well, this
This makes sense.
it's a city. This is what it's like.
I've been to cities before. It's just not this crazy.
You've never been to paradise.
Yes, I have. You took me
The
there.
main city.
It's true, you haven't been to Eden. But you make your way up to the side, and Makoto spends 10 minutes casting Rarity's telepathic bond.
Got it. In that 10 minutes, I would like to use my passive, we'll say investigation, to look around.
Sure, is there anything you're specifically looking for?
Signs on the wall that say, Summer Queen this way.
You don't quite see that.
Okay, but something...
But with a passive investigation of...
26.
You're able
What
to...
would I have got if I rolled for it? 26.
You're able to discern that the central thoroughfare, the queen is probably in the middle.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You do see everyone official has that same symbol that was levitating above the palace.
So that's like
the
a-
very intricate, just sun.
Okay, so we've spotted the ones in uniform. So if we need directions, we can ask them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep in mind, we're still in the Feywild, so...
You can ask them.
Well, I'm not saying you can't, I'm just saying...
I don't want to.
If you hear the words, may I, say no.
I've done my one smart move today, so all you.
Thanks.
I know my limits.
You did too. You got me close.
Oh, that's a good point. You're welcome.
Well, it would not have been probably the worst thing he ever says as he looks around. I would have stood out.
Yes, you would have.
Especially since these are my overlords, lack of a better term. I will have to kneel before them, so...
Well then.
Now we're good though, because now I'm closed.
Okay,
So...
I was gonna make a joke, but never mind.
Oh, well now you have to tell us.
And all right, you hear telepathically. We're good to go.
You hear the beginnings of a joke that get cut off abruptly.
Amazing.
Yeah, it depends on if they wanted to see.
Good catch.
Do go on.
No.
It's okay if he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All right.
We got off with him a different gift. Shut up, Brain.
Lord. Have that risk go.
We hear every perverted thought in Ray's head right now.
Something about a sword. Shut up!
He does his wrist face.
You just see Makoto looking up, but you hear mentally. And she's just looking up. Just And that
She
sound
is the SpongeBob meme.
reverberating through your skulls.
Oh, I'd like to thank Makoto, please.
I don't want to think. Not if that's what happens.
You kind of caught me off guard with the whole mental bond.
You knew
thing.
I was casting
I
it.
wasn't.
You asked me to
I
cast
wasn't
it.
ready. I was thinking.
To be
Shut up!
completely
Shut up!
honest,
Shut up!
it was kind of funny.
See, he gets it.
I will gravity well you both.
Please don't. Not
Not
in this
here.
area.
Wait till we get
I
back.
certainly would have. You know, I'm not even going to think about the possibility because neither of the options are good. Anyway,
Moving on.
to the
Please.
more important parts of the castle.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're just going to like the front desk, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You make your way through the crowds. It takes about 20 minutes.
All right. So we are at the 2.5 hour mark so far since we have entered the Feywild.
Plus the time talking.
I included that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. An hour and a half on the road, 10 hours.
Yes.
10 hours. 10 minutes to
The
to
time
cast
that
it.
it's taken you guys to discuss things in real time is also added to that.
Oh, okay. So we're probably closer to. And how long did it take me to make the armor? Probably.
That's
10
also
minutes,
a good
20
point.
minutes?
That would have taken at least a half hour.
We'll go with that. So we're looking at the 3 to 4 hour mark now.
Were we on a time crunch? I thought we had days.
Till Mavros is ready.
Theoretically, you do.
Theoretically, yes.
The time is funky in the Feywild.
We don't
Yes,
know
that's
what's
true.
going on in the overworld.
That's clarification.
We don't know what's going on at any given point in time.
That's
I know
a
what I'm
very
doing.
Good point.
Trying not to die. Again. Because if I die again, I might not come back.
Then don't.
Yeah, if you die again, I'm gonna kill you.
As you should.
That's counterproductive, Makoto.
No,
You're
no.
one to
Positive.
speak.
He's thinking, not speaking.
Yeah, technically, I'm the only one sane here in the realm of dying and coming back and getting killed. So,
I haven't died yet.
I don't
meant the
ever
ones
say
you-
those words again.
I meant you of the ones we were through.
Wait until I'm dead to joke about your death. You know what I mean.
Joke about
She
something else.
just smacks you on the... It just dings off. You have metal skin.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
The dinging is reverberating in his brain.
Yep.
Do we all hear
You
it?
can all kind of hear it.
Rest up front just
Their
goes.
head literally ringing like a bell.
Yep, pretty much.
Mentally, versus obviously just walking, but mentally he goes, we could joke about that ranger from the race. Didn't he have a thing for Makoto?
Oh, the Moorbounder guy. Yeah, whatever happened to him?
Yeah, Makoto.
Ray looks at her. I distinctly remember being drunk that evening, but I wasn't too out of it to not notice you and him speaking.
And she is going to actually swing at you. Nat 20.
Oh my gosh! That's
and
worth it.
she's going to use Violent Attraction.
Understood.
Which means that does... Because she doesn't use this often enough.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, when another creature you can see within 60 feet of you hits with a weapon attack, I don't see any reason that couldn't apply to yourself. It's fine.
I'll remember that.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
The party will remember that.
You can use your reaction to increase the attack's velocity, causing the attack's target to take an extra 1d10 damage of the weapon's type.
Jeez.
Understood.
So you take 19 bludgeoning damage.
Good lord.
Halved.
Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, what was that spell she just used, Ray?
That's only a 13 to hit. Shut
Makoto.
up! She's just hitting the adamantine now. Oh! You have adamantine half plate.
He can't get crit on.
You can't get crit on. So that would have only
Oh.
been 8 damage.
Have the 4.
Amazing.
That's it. Funny enough, didn't they?
You cannot get critical hit against now. Wonderful.
I know you're stoked about that. I found a way.
None of y'all are getting
I
adamantine. this campaign,
found
too.
a way
Aww.
to still use adamantine and get the Staff of Power back.
You know what's
Yes.
funny?
I'm
Trey?
so excited.
My thought process literally was, oh, I should get an adamantine for campaign 2.
Please do. Definitely yes.
No.
How about if we make
Don't worry, I'll
it?
find some.
How about in campaign 2 if we make it a you roll to see if the crit is stopped or not?
Nah.
They'll just make it harder to find.
Because if
for whatever
they're
reason.
because y'all know firsthand how sucky it is to have a crits canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're the party. We're the players.
Yes.
We get special treatment.
I'm the DM.
We're still going. Oh, okay. I guess we can't joke about that.
Right, you're in the chair that has voluntarily chosen the way of pain. He twitched!
I can show you pain.
He twitched! I made it so mad!
I can show you pain.
You've already killed me once.
You can kill
You
Makoto.
know very well I can do way worse than that. I wouldn't,
I know you wouldn't.
but I do hold that power.
Like we
All
talked
right.
about the other
Hey,
night.
Ryan, can you do me a favor? Can you stop antagonizing our DM right before a pivotal story moment
Really dumb.
that we will have to deal with whatever consequences come from this? Thank you.
As
No.
they're walking, Rest go, well, I guess we can't joke about that. But, all jokes aside, should something happen in here, just tell Zara. You all weren't expecting me to go that deep, were you?
No, but that is
That's what she said.
She
I said
smacks
you
you on the
all.
back of the head. Tell her yourself. Let's go.
Why did that one hit?
She missed that. Hi.
So,
Not
What?
yet, she didn't.
Move on! Move on! Move on! Einar is going to find the guy at the front desk!
you guys make your way to the center of the palace. There are large concentric rings that go out. You see tons of different rooms, courtyards, orchards, just things that logically should not exist here. But you press forward and arrive at a semicircle desk with a short man, short gray hair, pointed ears, kind of a pointed hat on top. Yes. You have an appointment.
Correct.
Yes, we do. We were trying to... Time works a little weird here. We're trying to find out how long it is before we can enter our appointment.
And what name is the appointment under?
What was the dude's name? On 11 on history, do I remember what the
16.
the guy's
Makoto
name
remembers.
Kilore.
Yes.
was? Okay. I assume Makoto's the one to say that.
Yes. Keen mind.
Yep. Kilore. He kind of pulls out a clipboard and just... Ah! I see. Well... And I'm gonna have you guys... roll a d100.
Who wants to do it?
I want to do it.
All right, you do it.
Yep, let him do it.
40. That's weird. Is that a 4 or 7? Or is that a 10?
Let's say 1.
So 10.
10.
How do you not know the difference between a 4, a 7, and a 1?
That's a 1. That's a 7.
So with a 10...
A 7 is a little bit longer. Yes.
That's a terrible font.
I know.
It really is.
roughly a day and a half.
Oh! Well, it's a lot
Chris
more.
is going to look for a clock. And does he see one, I assume, in the area?
No. If you stay within the bounds of the palace, you'll be called when it's your time.
Ah, very good.
Well, thank you very much.
Is there lodging in the palace?
We extend hospitality to all our guests.
It's not a yes or no.
Yeah, Makoto, take your father. Thank you very much. We will see you when called.
Makoto just leans down. Not without a price. It's yes, but not for free.
I don't like what they ask for payments. I guess we're sleeping.
You can shift it.
Where might we acquire this lodging? Would we go?
Down that way. It's the 5th hallway. Keep going around the curve until you've gone about 90 degrees.
And I imagine there is an attendant there who will...
Yes.
Very
Thank
good.
you much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mutcher. Everybody in confusion will just walk off.
So we'll make our way
Yep.
with that attendant.
And
That
you-
was
as you
that was a weird saying.
as you make your way down and down the hall, you see what appears to be the same figure, male, short gray hair, pointed ears, pointed hat, tip down. Oh, how can I help you?
Here for lodging.
Ah, how many rooms?
What's the price?
Well, here in the summer court, we accept many forms of payment. If you would like conventional means, silver is accepted.
Just silver.
Yes.
Physical silver, the element type that is pressed into coins used throughout the realm.
Silver pieces
Okay,
are
good.
an accepted currency here.
Sorry, it's been a day for me.
How much for each room?
500 per night.
500 silver.
Per room.
Let's see.
In telepathically, 2 rooms?
Two rooms. Ray says out loud. Like
2 rooms
confirming.
can do.
Now, do you have silver?
Yes.
I have about 2,000.
I also have 2,000.
Just
I
under
have,
two-
I have
just under
1996.
Oh.
Or, sorry, 1969.
1858.
So
I'll do it
Must have
then.
gotten silver at some point.
I'll do it then,
As
'cause
from,
I have-
loot.
2,000 silver. 2,062.
Yeah,
So I'll just
that's,
give all 2,000
that's from a
away.
long time ago.
Yeah.
2 rooms, 500.
So that's right, so it's
1,000.
1,000. I've made y'all pay for too much. It's
I
my
was gonna
turn.
say you could pay for half and I'll pay for half.
There you go. That'll work.
So yeah.
All right.
I'll subtract
He
500.
just kind of takes the coins, and as he does, he kind of just like pours them onto the table, but does so in a way that it's like half pouring, half placing, until there are like rows of perfectly organized stacks.
Have you worked in a casino?
No, not much for gambling.
You have impressive skills.
I've been doing this job a long time.
I can tell.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you much.
Thank you, Mutcher.
And yeah, you are given 2 room keys.
I know I was gonna like as he's like walking away with his room key, he's gonna kind of like look at the guy weird, but just be like,
He just looks back down and continues writing something.
I swear that was the same guy.
They must be twins.
Could be. Wouldn't be
Like I said.
surprised.
Weird place.
I mean, there are twins in Arklands all the time.
You know what I mean.
I guess we'll go to our rooms and
Pass
I was gonna like look over his room just to kind of make sure like, all right, there's no like weird face shit going on, right?
Well, you arrive at your door,
Uh huh.
Okay.
and are you all going into one room first, or are you splitting up?
I was gonna go into his room.
Yeah.
Well, you got 2 rooms.
Okay,
so-
I'm now suddenly terrified of us being in different rooms.
I was gonna go to his room.
Telepathic bond lasts how long? Is it
8
8 hours?
Yeah. Probably used up 30 minutes to it about already.
Let me double check.
I don't like being
1 hour? Okay.
Yeah, it's been roughly 20 minutes.
Look, look at it this way. You've made a deal.
Sorry,
You have
it's
the
been about
room.
40 minutes.
Okay.
You have the room for one night. It's your room. Just don't toss and turn. Sleep well. And Rissa will go into the room with Einar.
So, as you open the door, you are hit with a pleasant breeze of warm air. Like stepping outside on a beautiful summer day. And you realize that your room is a more akin to a balcony. Where it is, there's no outside walls, just these kind of draped, mostly translucent, kind of like a cross between a tent and a curtain, just over the outside, along with a railing around it, kind of a oval shape cut in half that it goes out. There are two large beds, each of them with a similar kind of netting, almost like mosquito netting. Nightstands, a door that you assume is to where you might bathe. But it's a absolutely gorgeous view as you look out and just see the cloudless, clear blue sky. The heat is warm, but not overwhelming. You're not sweating. You're just pleasantly warm and comfortable.
Also explains the cost.
Yes, this is quite extravagant. However, not really what I was expecting when I was told it was a room. But it's nice.
Yeah, they,
This feels very, very much above my class. You know?
it's above your realm. We'll put it that way.
Oh, that too, I'm sure.
And as Ray and Makoto go into your room, it is a similarly identical. Your rooms are right next to each other in the hallway. You look to the left and the right, you see nothing.
Yep, I figured.
This is weird.
Riss and Haro, I guess we're telepathic them. It's like, Ray, you freaking out yet?
I died and came back. It's nothing more than just weird.
Did you lock the door?
Shh.
Because if you lock the door, you can't get back out. Just
Amazing.
Riss is the equivalent of Gadum.
Makoto,
Yeah,
hit him harder next time.
I'll have higher spell slots next time.
Can you guys please wait until we are finished with our business here? Then kill each other to your heart's content.
Who?
As long as I still have diamonds.
Me or the ranger? And Riss will get up and lock the door and go, night all.
Riss, you are playing with fire.
At this point, you have my permission.
Don't tell me that'll do it. Alright,
Time to go to sleep.
let's get some rest.
Einar, I only exist.
I'm gonna wait an
To
hour
play with
before I go
fire.
to sleep.
Okay.
Well, okay, that's not my only reason for existence. But it's a nice side benefit.
You being raised in Hades was terrible for your personality.
When was the last time we had a long rest?
I completely agree.
It's been a minute. I think that was before the tournament.
Well, that we've
A long
specifically
rest?
taken a long rest.
No, I took a long. The boat,
Sorry.
right?
Yes, no, you did do one on the boat.
We
before
haven't.
you- Yeah.
We haven't taken one
right.
since we
Right after the
got
tournament.
to the island with all the portals.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
we got to the island with all the portals, we went through all
So-
the gates.
Then I was right. So I'm gonna have. So for this hour, when Makoto falls asleep,
Yep. Which, by the way, she just lays down and passes out.
Yep.
But as she lays down to go to sleep, the netting around her bed darkens and becomes opaque.
That's neat.
that is nice.
I like that.
Ray will kind of, just to make sure it doesn't move, like, if he were to try and move it out of the way, can he see her?
Well, I mean, you leave your bed and go over to hers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Just freaking me out. And as he does that, he's...
As he's thinking that, Riss goes, by the way, if your curtains turn opaque, it means you're going to die tomorrow.
Shut up, Riss.
Okay.
And I think that's the last message that's sent over the telepathic bomb.
Yep. Because as Ray is looking at Makoto,
Yep.
this is the first time that he's looking at her with his memories.
Oh.
And so he sees his little girl laying there asleep for the first time. And all of the memories from her childhood come flooding back.
Make a wisdom save. You can auto fail.
No, that's a
Yeah.
fail. He starts tearing up, hands down.
Yeah. You go and sit on your bed, and
They're happy tears
Yeah.
at this point.
you notice that even as you go and sit on your bed to just feel and let her rest, the curtains do not turn opaque.
Okay.
But as you finally kind of collect yourself once more,
I remember her, Hana. Our little girl. And then he passes out.
and as you make the decision to try to sleep, that's when the
Nice. I
curtains
hate this place.
turn opaque. I assume the two of you are immediately going to sleep as well.
Oh yeah, I know it's cool that he's like, man, this is nice. I'm gonna enjoy this.
So Ray's gonna wake
I'm
up.
gonna enjoy this because I'll probably
said
never
that.
enjoy anything again.
Riss sent that last message because he decided to go to sleep, and the curtains went, and he was like, what? And that's when you said, shut up, Riss. Like, okay. And he went to sleep.
So you can all mark off a long rest.
Yes, I use so many spell slots.
I have. Okay, do you want to know how many I have left? You being a half caster, me being a full caster. Do you want to know how many spell slots I have left?
What do you mean, me being a half caster?
No, you're a full caster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I have like 19 spell slots.
That's about what I have. I have 1,
Plus, I can regain 2 of them.
2, 3. 3.
You had 3 left.
Wow.
3 spell slots left.
I think I had 5.
I had 1 first level and 2 second level remaining.
I had 3 first level, 1 second, 1 third.
Those were all for shield, too. I wasn't
bet.
using anything else but cantrips.
Riss lost his armor and got healed, like dropped down and healed so many times. Like, if there was some sort of penalty for just the toll on your body from dying and then bringing back, yeah. He would have aged
Okay,
like
you
years.
only died or almost
And that's
died.
why
Okay,
that
well,
will be
yeah.
the case in campaign 2.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Or rather, it's the fact that once you're at your like lowest hit die worth of hit points, you can actually take lingering injuries. Injuries that magic can't immediately heal.
So it's almost better just go down.
No,
No.
because taking damage when you're at that low health is what gives you that.
Right, I'm saying dropping from above that down to nothing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, avoid that.
If you're at 20 health and you get downed, then that injury will not give you a lingering. That attack will not give you a lingering injury.
Good.
Any attacks you take after that point, before you're healed back up to a certain point, will.
So some turd who just wants to strike someone while they're on the ground.
Let's hope you guys don't meet people that you're trying to kill.
Ah, banished. Get out of here.
So, you can all mark off a long rest.
And do we get our max HP back?
Well, that's what a long rest
Yes.
does.
Okay,
so,
good. Just
yeah.
making sure.
But to his point, the effect that had
Oh yeah,
the
wasn't that?
Hades.
poison.
Yeah, wasn't that specifically just in Hades?
No, it
Oh.
was time.
Oh,
It was 8 hours. But
Oh,
by the
gotcha.
time you wake up, you're good to go.
Oh, and my staff gets charges back. Wait.
It does it at like dawn, right?
I think it does it at dawn.
It does do it at dawn.
Which you'll get it before we talk to the Fate Queens.
True.
So, we'll be okay.
So, is there anything that you guys want to do with the remaining 28 hours?
28.
Oh gosh.
We do have a good amount of time.
Day and a half.
Yeah.
36. 8 hours down. Well, 9 hours. So, 27.
I can't really... Is there anything that we can do while we're here? Aside from maybe gather information?
Nothing that wouldn't incur risk. Anything that we try to get here, we're gonna have to give something up to get it. And I'm not entirely sure that I want to give anything else up. As boring as it would be, it almost feels better to just sit in our rooms and wait it out.
Well, we won't be able to stay here the whole time. Because I assume they have a checkout, since we've only paid for a single night. We have another day.
That's true.
With that said, what are some activities that we can do? Why'd you have to choose this music? Makes us seem like idiots.
We are idiots.
I didn't say it was wrong, I just said it made us seem like idiots.
Riss will...
Lo and behold, sometimes the truth is what it seems.
No harm in walking around. We'll find ways to amuse ourselves that way.
I would agree. Do we have to eat while we're in the Feywild?
I'm sure we do.
Thankfully, well,
We don't want to eat any Fey food. Do we not have rations?
We do. I'm just asking.
do you?
If we don't, then I'm just going to create food and water.
Rations, get your...
Ration. Okay, let me go through my...
I would say, yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay, there is something that I want to do.
do
I'm
food
gonna
water.
rearrange my spells. Can you look at Makoto's for me?
Can do.
And give her anything you think would be good moving forward, you know? With your DM knowledge.
Nope. That's not how that works.
With your damn knowledge. What do we got here? What are some good... Ooh, that's a good one right there. Does she have Counterspell and Dispel Magic?
Yes,
Okay, give her Dispel Magic for me, please.
can do.
I like this one. It's unfortunate that it's
Alright.
concentration.
I did create food and water, so we've got enough food and water to last us the entire day.
Sweet.
So it doesn't taste good.
It's like, ooh, spell food.
It tastes like paper.
But it's
It's literally, it's like the description is like it's like tasteless.
Yeah, it's just like it's not like paper.
Imagine lembas bread.
No, lembas bread is
Lembas bread.
is very pleasant to eat. This is just kind of nothing.
Okay, imagine what lembas bread looks like it would taste like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say it tastes like pita bread, but I actually really like pita bread.
All right. She has spells prepared,
Okay.
and so if you guys just want to hang out in your rooms for the remainder of the time, that's totally fine.
Einer's gonna follow wherever the group goes, mostly because he'd rather not be left alone.
Riss is
Not in the
feeling-
Feywild.
Riss is feeling anxious. Not as anxious as he was in Hades, but anxious enough to just be moving.
Understandably so.
Artificer spells are weird.
None of y'all are proficient in persuasion.
Nope.
Nope. We are.
Hey, what's your modifier to
uncharismatic.
persuasion? Oh, okay, cool. What's yours?
None.
Big old fat goose egg, huh?
Yeah.
Welcome to the club. That's why he's doing the talking.
Yep.
Now we have to, if we have to deceive, it goes up to a +12.
Well, okay,
Don't do
that's
that.
Nice.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, it could be
Let me-
somewhat detrimental to us later on if you did that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you need to give yourself, before we go to speak with them, Fortune's favor.
Oh yeah.
You're going to get Foresight.
Yes.
I'm going to give you True Seeing, just in case. What else do I have that I can give you? Is there anything here that's, you know... Prepared spells. What else do we got? Spellbook. Alright. You know, I didn't know what I was doing, so I have a whole bunch of spells that are super cool, but all require concentration, so I can only use them one at a time. It's really unfortunate. Witch Bolt, great. Can't have Fly and Witch Bolt going at the same time.
No, you cannot.
Nope.
And you'll just be a plummeting witch bolt.
I've fallen and can't get up.
Yeah, basically.
That was you.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Riz has a healthy mental scar from the 2 times now he is. Let me get out of dangerous path. Oh no, I'm falling.
Alright, so you don't like haste and you don't like fly. Only other thing I can give you is invisibility.
He will take that.
Okay.
Yeah, if one of you was proficient in persuasion, Makoto could cast skill empowerment and double the proficiency bonus.
That would be nice.
But it doesn't work to give proficiency.
If she did that to my stealth.
It doesn't apply to something you already have expertise in. But it can apply to any skill that you don't have expertise in.
Roger.
Is there an item that gives expertise and skills?
No, there are feats to do it, though.
Wow.
Who has a good insight?
Me?
Him?
Which is it like plus 10 something?
Yep.
I would have her do insight for Einar.
That's a fair point. Yeah. She'll cast, when it comes up to the time, she's going to cast skill empowerment. So for the next hour, and she has to hold concentration on that, you can double your proficiency bonus.
Oh, sweet. So I got a plus 20.
Does telepathic bond...
Well, what's your current modifier?
Plus 10.
It doesn't double your wisdom. It just doubles your proficiency bonus.
Oh, okay. So it'd be a plus
15.
So it'd be plus 15. Yeah.
Which would mean my passive would be 25.
Yes.
How long does it take to copy spells again? It's a couple hours, right?
Depends on the level of the spell.
Telepathic bond.
6th level spell would take 12 hours.
That's what I'm doing for
Alright,
half the day.
Riz would like to
Easy enough.
just walk around the palace most of the time, maybe interacting here or there. Can I roll a random encounter?
Why?
Go for it.
Why?
William!
Why? 73!
13.
Oh. Stupid one.
Yeah, I know.
I was all
Those are two
excited.
very different numbers.
I was so It's a 5th level spell, by the way. Telepathic bond.
Oh, my bad. So 10 hours.
Okay.
There you go.
So you rolled on a D100, a 13.
Correct.
What's the difference between Raries and regular telepathic bond?
One has a name and one doesn't.
Yeah.
Which one is she?
One's from Tasha's.
Both. It's the same thing.
Okay, cool.
All the spells that have a person's name in it have a variant that doesn't have the person's name. In case there's like copyright things or...
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Or
this is
if
in
those
concentration.
wizards don't exist in your world and you want to just like have it on your list.
Got it.
Riss, you're wandering around.
Oh, jeez.
I hope this is as good as your, what was it, the great niece or something like that, remember? And,
Oh my gosh.
That's still one of my favorite interactions.
That
Hey,
was amazing.
It worked really well. While you're doing that, I'm gonna get some water.
Riss Wayla.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, he knows me. That's fabulous.
Your reputation precedes you.
Bruce will turn and...
See a tall figure, sunken cheeks, long pointed ears, white hair slicked back. Resembles a dark elf, but it's almost like the features are exaggerated. The ears are longer and more pointed. The hair is a starker white. The skin is an unnatural shade of gray, and the eyes are pitch black.
Chris turns and...
And he also stands at similar, like between 9 and 10 feet tall, but very, very lanky. Like is only
like
as
Slender Man, like
a
kind of
little bit, yeah.
Riss will take a step. The unfortunate thing about reputations is it's one way. Do I know you from a previous experience?
Well, you could have. But you didn't. It made my job all the easier.
You gotta be a little more specific.
Are we there, or is he just off on his own?
He's off on his own. Now, of course, from appearances, it seems we are both guests in the Summer Queen's court. So as much as I might like to give you the same treatment I gave your namesake, I don't believe we'll be able to do that today.
Riss will go. Oh, that's what that smell is.
Careful what you say.
Oh, I am extraordinarily careful. When I want to be.
It would give me great pleasure to see you stop being careful here. Oh, the plans that you have that would go tumbling away from you in a moment's notice.
Riss is going to pretend to look at a watch.
Do watches exist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Clockwork stuff exists.
He's seen it in
in
Aries.
Aries.
Yeah, it's a... You know, I'm trying to find the time to care right now.
Oh, don't worry. I'm very aware of how little you care.
Ooh, that's a good... Do I have the pleasure of knowing your name?
Of course not.
Well, in that case, enjoy your stay, get some sunlight, and go eat a sandwich.
You see him kind of just like run his tongue over his teeth, which you see are all sharpened to a point. See you out there, Riswaylook.
And
That's all.
Riss will kind of just stand on where does he like,
He
walk back?
just turns and
Ooh, Riss will like slowly unclench his fists. I need to talk to Ray. And he goes and it's someone who knows.
That's not normal. At all.
It is not.
So he will
That's really bad.
he will go back and Ray, what do you know of the Unseelie Fae?
Hang on, I'm in the middle of something. This
How long will this be?
close to 8 hours. Why?
I think this would have happened later on, potentially.
What about insert number of hours here? That long? Why?
Okay, good. So you can be interrupted.
What?
I need to know who the Unseelie Fae is that currently has possession of Hades, or will have possession.
You're the hell expert. Why are you asking me?
I was the hell expert. My namesake was killed.
Right.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check with advantage.
Ooh,
Hey, that's me.
that's not
It is
bad.
like me. Woo!
19.
Okay. You know that it's actually very difficult for the piece on the board, as it were, that takes a path, or rather takes a person,
Takes a piece.
takes a piece to then control the path that that piece was on.
That
it-
does
I
happen?
think we had talked about
It is
that.
very difficult. For that to
Difficult,
happen
okay.
Because it would have to move in terms of how the chessboard works, because I actually planned out how the board looks and what the rules are. It's basically a chessboard that is a little bit longer.
Isn't it like 5D chess?
Not
kind
quite.
of.
No.
Okay.
It's a chessboard that is a bit longer, and it's split down the middle. And pieces cannot cross over from one side to the other, except for in 5 places, representing the 5 paths.
Okay.
A piece can only use one of these paths if a piece from that same player is on it, controlling that path.
So he needs to wait for another...
He would have to cross back over to the other side in order to claim it for his side. Because this Sealy Fae, this winter, had to go to the Sealy side of the board, take out Riss's namesake.
Mm-hmm. And now he's in the process.
Well, that's assuming the Winter Queen wants him to take the path.
Okay. So it would be like you have the knight take it out, but then you have the rook take that spot.
Exactly.
Got it. You make way for a stronger piece.
For a different piece, but yes.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so it wouldn't necessarily be... And right now, no one controls Hades.
Mm-hmm.
That's
true, yes.
It is currently a very strategic race to see. It's like one of the queens could let the other place it because it opens up an opportunity for something else. It's... The pieces... Sometimes there's, multiple moves in just a few minutes. Sometimes a move takes months. There's not really a limit on it. Especially because the Fae don't really have to worry about time. But this would definitely be a piece. This entity would be a piece on the board.
Take your time. Completely unrelated question. How hard is it to kill an Unseelie Fae?
My magic is abjuration. Protection.
I did prepare Legend Lore.
There we go. That'll work. Go for it.
Do you need a description?
Yeah, give me whatever you can.
Ugly.
And I will need some of the residuum.
Go for it.
She's gonna need 250 gold. So you can remember that.
Would you say 50 gold's worth was used in the making of his armor?
No, I'm gonna say 500.
500?
Yeah.
Sounds
to
good
make an uncommon magic item, yeah.
Sure.
Tall?
Dark and handsome?
You are able to give the description. Yes. Don't worry about it.
Stop it! Rolling nat ones on my freaking API check. Don't know what that means. You
So
bestie.
she lays out the residuum, as well as the previous ivory strips. Places her spellbook in the center and spends 10 minutes casting a spell.
Whoa.
Nope, that's not.
Where'd all my residuum go?
It's just it should just be in your inventory.
It was, and then I refreshed my page and it's gone now. Whoa.
You have like 2,000 something.
I have 2250, so
Yeah.
I have.
So you have
1,500
exactly.
remaining.
Oh yeah.
Like I was doing the math fine, it disappeared.
Oh, that's weird. Probably because it's a custom item technically.
That and probably something happened where I was removing an amount
Yeah.
and then I had to refresh the page. So
All right.
manage inventory.
I need to.
Are you entertaining yourself? Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad it takes so little to entertain you.
So am I. My life is very
All right.
Simple.
yeah. We'll
So-
go with that.
As she casts the spell, you see a point in space begin rotating, a singularity that is just kind of like, it's like someone took just space and just kind of pinched, and you can see reality and the air around it kind of being stretched taut as this small black sphere just kind of grows in size And look inside.
Okay.
And as you both peer into it, Razien. Rahzien.
Put him down as an enemy. Alright,
One not a friend.
Gotcha.
Agent of the Unseelie Court.
We can see him just fine.
He would be the equivalent of a knight piece.
Oh.
Good at moving in unexpected ways.
So
and-
just enough of a pain in the ass. Got it.
as well as getting around obstacles that others cannot surpass.
Relatively easy to take care of, but very good for setting up traps.
Indeed.
Okay.
And
Someone who seems to enjoy his particular role.
Hey Trey, how similar to chess is this?
so fairy chess is fairly similar. All of the normal pieces, there's knights, rooks, pawns, bishops. As a pawns? I don't remember. I'll have to go look that up. No,
No, I'm like a pawn
Mortals?
of a pawn, if anything.
are actually one of the most useful pieces on the board.
Oh, fascinating.
Mortals, because they are not limited by the same things that Fae usually are, can move in an identical way to any other piece.
Huh. So they're more like kings on a checkerboard playing chess.
They can move like a rook, like a bishop, or like a knight.
That's a busted piece.
They're also difficult to use
Well, yeah.
because they tend to be unruly.
I'm shocked.
And if a Fae Queen makes a move that the piece doesn't do, that can cause issues.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Have you been moved yet?
In theory, he could have been moved multiple times, but since he was never moved in order to take something, there was nothing required of him.
Oh.
We were in charge of the gate, and so, to my knowledge at least, it was more just like managing the gate. If aberrations got through, I was told to deal with them. Or I'd deal with them with my namesake.
I have questions for the next campaign for later.
We'll get to that. Unfortunately, the way that Legend Lore works is that the more information you have on a target, the more detailed you get. Since you had next to nothing, the only thing you then see is a confirmation of his piece being moved across the path, put into position, and then taking out a piece that you recognize to represent your namesake. The rest of the board is a bit of a blur in the image, only giving you insight into Razien's actions.
Did you see anything important?
Oh, yes. Learned more like it.
Okay. Is that going to affect us here?
No.
Okay. Well, if you need any help after this, once we beat Mavericks and do all the other crap.
I didn't say anything about how difficult it would be to... I mean, obviously it's unseelie phase, so...
What? How difficult are those?
It's complicated.
That's why I didn't ask for a CR, because I had a feeling.
Unseelie versus Seelie doesn't really mean killable versus or anything like that.
I'm just thinking of, like, Fae, like that level of a chess piece in general.
Okay.
That would be more difficult. But unless there's something else you want to do, the time passes, and finally, you all hear a Just a ringing in your ear in a way.
Similar to when I got smacked on the head.
Not dissimilar.
Okay. Makoto didn't hit me that time, so I believe that's our summons.
Well, let's go find out.
Let's indeed.
Oh, jeez.
Time to get this done and over with.
Don't worry about
Okay.
that. That wasn't that. I moved the dice.
I take it Makoto's already at this point cast.
Yeah, Makoto casts skill.
Let me check something.
Oh, is she not casting?
Oh, and she's going to cast Foresight on
Yeah.
you.
On him. Telepathic bond for all
Yep.
of us. Use that spell slot. Actually, I'll do it as a ritual, so I don't use the spell slot.
Yep, that's fine. And yeah, she's going to cast. She casts Legend Lore.
I'm debating using borrowed knowledge for myself. I want to use it on risk. but
Wait. Doesn't borrowed knowledge give you proficiency?
It does, but only for something that you don't already have
Yeah.
proficiency in. But
You could give yourself proficiency in persuasion,
that would bring mine higher than yours.
which she could then double.
Does it work like that?
I'm gonna hit you.
Would it?
You do realize that I'm going.
You would have had a day in game to discuss
Yes.
this, so
Yeah.
Yeah, why did you use it on him?
No, don't give it to me.
It's-
No, not
it's
you,
only
him,
only
but
a
itself is the
self,
problem.
Self one, yeah.
So if you do that and you give proficiency in the skill, how would yours be higher than his? Because he has a +2 already.
No, he gets
I'd give myself
Proficiency.
+5.
It's 5.
Okay.
She would give me another +5.
Right.
so his persuasion mod would be,
Would be
plus
plus
10.
And then
Mine's only 2.
so
I don't
if
have
she gives
proficiency.
it, if he gives it to.
He can't.
That's a
Oh,
Knowledge is
that's
only a
why,
self-cast
that's-
spell,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and skill empowerment can only be applied to a skill that you're already proficient in.
Got it. I thought that he could cast that on him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not.
Oh,
That's
shoot.
what I was looking at. That's what I was trying to figure out, but I can't.
So you can't. So Foresight
Reverse.
is also on
Yeah, I
you.
was gonna say.
Yeah.
And
Foresight, skill
Fortune's
enhance.
favor. You can cast it on him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cast it on him.
Okay, so the two of you are going to go up together, and Makoto and I are going to hang back. Telepathic bond.
Great. I imagine Einar's been sitting in his room, just like trying to write in his little book. Like, actually, no, he doesn't have his little book.
No.
Because I forgot that.
You.
I lost that when I got disintegrated.
Didn't,
Yes.
wait, doesn't the book magically record your dreams?
It does, but I'm sure I could also write in it.
Which means it's a magic item.
Oh, okay, interesting. Cool. So I still have it.
It's a
Sweet.
common magic item. It's not very powerful, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Now we also had.
Those are your inspirations now.
Sweet.
Why do we have the?
Yours.
Did we have the ring for something else? Or was the ring like backup?
Huh?
Oh, the ring. There was a ring that we were going to try and use to barter your freedom.
It was, yes.
That's what it was. Also, for saves purposes, do you have the ring that gives a +1 to saves?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I also that spell is not a concentration spell, so I can cast other things on myself.
Okay, good.
Guidance.
Would that be a smart idea to do in front of the queen?
Oh, I'm not doing that in front of the queen.
Okay.
Last a minute.
Yeah, that conversation is going to go on way longer than a minute.
We don't know. Cast it beforehand just in case.
Worst case scenario,
That's
you
right.
have it on and then it fades before you get the chance to use it.
Einar, let me explain something to you. When you go before royalty, address them as Your Majesty or some other reverent.
You do realize that my deity is the literal king of the old world.
You're right. I'm talking to you, not Riss. You have common sense. Okay.
Whoa. I grew up here.
No, you didn't. Did you?
I didn't. I haven't.
You
In the
I don't,
most
I
vague
I don't trust
sense.
anything you say after the door locking comment. So hush.
That was a pretty good comment.
So
I believed him.
So did I. That's the issue. Bless me.
You step forth.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, yes. Appointment is ready.
Trucing.
Alright.
Just in case.
All right.
And Fortune's favor, obviously, beforehand.
You enter into a room that is filled with pale light. Glass windows along the back wall with intricate filigree and decorations are letting in. There's a light in the room, yes, but it is not as warm as the light outside. Sitting in the center, directly ahead, in a ivory throne carved with almost, you can see the designs are spiked not dissimilarly to the spires of the tower, but almost like snowflakes. They fractal off into these impossibly intricate, just swirling patterns that stretch out from behind and continue. And sitting in this throne is a woman with dark, dark skin and a stark white dress. The two things very much in contrast. And on her head, a tiara of sorts that similarly has the spikes that almost seem to fractal, but also appear to, as she turns to look at you, the fractal kind of changes, and so it's almost like these spikes are bending and shifting light around them in a way you have not seen before. The dress has a low cut down the front and goes down both arms. It's very flowy down her body. But she looks as the four of you enter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Welcome to my court.
Einar bows, gets on like a knee.
Thank you, Your Majesty, for taking the time to see us.
Riss does likewise in gestures for you and Makoto.
Ray and Makoto both do
Show a
the
sign of reverence.
the ceremonial Paradisian military bow
Got it?
simultaneously.
You don't get down on one knee, but instead you stay standing and
Yep.
do a almost like 90-degree turn.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Just bowing very low. Well, it appears you have an appointment. One that you have procured from the Daydreamer.
Indeed, Your Majesty. It is important that we had the opportunity to speak with you as soon as possible. I will not waste your time.
And Einar reaches out and pulls out the sword and presents it.
Are you aware of what this is?
Yes.
The Sword of Cassandra is something we would like to exchange. We would give this to you, and what we would ask would make you savior of Arklands. You remember a time before that world? The old world. We need the Shadowfell to be separated once again. It is
So,
a task that only one as powerful as yourself could do.
make a persuasion check.
That's
You have
what we're
advantage
looking
and
for.
a plus
Yep.
10.
All right. Does the
And guidance
guidance
is currently active.
Was
Yeah.
that short enough? Okay. Ugh, we're gonna re-roll that.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll keep
Okay.
track.
Yeah, keep
So
keep
that's-
track of my counter
You
for
have-
me.
You
Oh,
have,
that's advantage.
you have
It's
advantage
advantage.
first.
Oh, I have
Okay,
advantage
okay.
first. That's true.
Nope.
Nope.
Fortune's favor.
So,
Okay.
what is Fortune's fate? That's just
You
straight
get
up.
to
another roll.
straight up reroll.
Okay, that's better. So that would be
A 32. Right? Plus
Hang on.
10.
no.
What do you have?
That would be a 29.
Oh, 29.
My man, roll a couple more times and see if you can get a natural 20.
This may not be the only roll.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
This
Use
is
the-
the
use one of
beginning.
Do you want to expend one or do you want to hold it?
We'll hold it. That's a pretty
Okay,
good
we'll hold
roll.
it,
I
we'll
mean, friggin' 29? That's pretty good.
That is pretty
That's
good.
an entry level one. Yeah.
That is.
So you not only have learned of your world's forgotten history, but you intend to bring about an upheaval. The plains have been in their place for 2,000 years, and you would ask me to change it.
Just because something has been a certain way does not mean that that is the way it is supposed to be.
While that is quite true, you say this will make me the savior of Arklands somehow. I fail to see that reasoning.
Do you remember Cerebas?
Oh, he's getting different dice.
What do they like dice to use here? This is the summer court. So I think this will do nicely. Okay.
Was that a good or a bad roll?
It was a roll.
Do you want her to roll again?
I am unfamiliar
Yeah, do you want her to roll again?
with the name.
See if she remembers.
Let's wait, because you could always roll to convince her or remind her later.
Okay.
Cerebas was the king of the old world just before it fell.
Ah, was that his name?
Once upon a time. And he has been merged with a titan. One that Mavris the Prowler is intent on killing. Mavris seeks to take the power of both of them. His intention is only the Titan, but with them merged, the results would be devastating. Mavris claims to not be a malicious man-dragon. I'm sure that you remember what he is capable of.
I did not so much witness it myself as hear tale of my sister's misfortune.
Should you prevent him from wreaking chaos, well, tales would be told for generations to come. Legends are made, but you have to be the one to make them.
Make another persuasion check.
That was a 9. I gotta reroll one of those. Ugh. Reroll another.
8, 7.
Gosh!
Uh-oh.
One more. There we go. That's better.
6 for
28.
28, with 6 inspirations remaining. And this would stifle the plans of one that has embarrassed my sister so.
See, the thing is,
Speak plainly.
instead of trying to undermine her, why not boost yourself?
Young man, when I make a request, I expect that it is answered.
I am trying
Speak.
to speak as clearly.
Plainly and answer my question.
Why would you...
Would this undermine the one who humiliated my sister?
Einar,
Yes.
telepathically. Einar, be truthful with her.
Yes, it would.
You say tales will be told, songs will be sung. By who?
I gotta try and make a history check to remember who it was that the other group talked to about the
You give me the
making
word and I'll start talking.
the song about Nova. Ugh, nope, that's it too.
Nope, you have advantage on everything.
Oh, that's right, on everything. Good lord.
It's better.
Sweet. I don't think I have a modifier for history. I don't, but that's a 14.
14? Yeah, I'd say that's enough. Because it's someone that you would have heard about. Let me pull up his name real quick. It is Lord Sehan Riodo.
Right. Are you familiar with Lord Sehan... Was it Rihirdo?
Riodo.
Riodo. Lord Sehan Riodo?
Yes.
Loves a good story. And I would love to tell him of what you do for Arklands. He's already preparing a new story. I understand he likes to make sure that they're heard far and wide.
I'm glad you
Make another
remembered
persuasion
that.
check.
I was saying, glad you remember that. That did not.
It's a good call.
Advantage.
Oh yeah, right.
Always
Keep
with advantage.
forgetting.
21
Which one is fine
I
for
think
now.
I think 21's okay.
for right now.
You would do this before you left, of course.
Absolutely. If it will help you, Your Majesty, I will do it.
And telepathically, I was to go. It wouldn't probably hurt to mention that she's already associated with the Outsiders greatly just through me. And we do have a good bit of fame ourselves.
After all, one of our group already follows you.
I would hesitate to say follow.
Risk will. What's that roll to keep a straight face? We're still gonna whoop that backfired.
Make a charisma save, yeah.
And then he kind of goes. Yeah, he's like. Telepathically, sorry.
Bring forth the sword.
He does. Hands it to her.
She kind of holds it and it does appear you have the real thing.
We've worked very hard to get it.
And have you wielded it?
No, I cannot say that I have. Weapons of that caliber are a little beyond me.
And she lets go of it in midair, and as it levitates there, she kind of twists her hand so that it's upright. Oh, pity. You didn't get to meet her.
Oh.
Huh. Interesting. Can I make a check to see?
Sure.
What would that be? Arcana? Because I'm thinking, is Cassandra entrapped within the sword?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Okay. History, that would be a flat 10.
Flat 10?
Yeah.
There's not stories about that,
Mm-hmm.
but could be what she's implying.
Implying. Ray says nothing.
Unfortunately, not all things are for such as myself to experience.
Perhaps not.
Your Majesty. Ray says without looking up.
You're still bowed?
Yep. What is it that you desire?
I'm inclined to accept.
You sound like you want something more.
I am just considering.
It is my understanding that you provide gifts to the people of Arklands over time, considering the devastation and the things that ended up happening. Not of your will, but of happenstance. The way that I see this could be the greatest gift that you give them.
You are unfortunately mistaken. I am not the one who provides these gifts to humanity.
Is it your sister?
However, perhaps this would be a good start.
We're so good. Was that a nod?
Telepathically. I think
I
so.
think that perhaps setting things in motion to save the world might be a little bit more persuasive than a few gifts over the years.
Something to truly cement.
Your superiority.
Her status.
Their love. Make one final
Oh, here we go.
persuasion check.
I feel it.
That's a 19.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
Burn them all.
Unless you want to negotiate anything else.
I was gonna say, burn like, oh, well, like one maybe. I mean,
Alright,
this is the
okay.
main thing. So
Just to see. Nope.
So close.
It was close.
You want to do one more? Because that's 5 right now.
I said all
We're
but
halfway
one, so
down.
it's up
Oh,
to you.
all but
All
one.
but one?
Yeah,
Oh.
keep going. What do we got? Nope. 4.
Nothing.
Again. 3. You want
I
to try
kind
one
of
more?
want to. I kind of want to save some for
Oh, we can play
Riz.
three. We
Okay.
can play three.
Okay.
I mean, a 19's pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
29 again.
29.
Ooh, yeah. Here, you can grab that for me.
Ray
So if I roll
telepathically
for
goes,
Amy.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting her to seek their affection and love of the people of Arklands. That I can get behind.
Riss.
I'm glad.
I had a feeling. That, and he says this out loud, is absolutely someone worthy of being followed.
Perspective
Very well
is
then.
everything.
She reaches forward and grabs the blade. And with a very fluid motion opens a circular portal to what you recognize immediately as the Shattered Realm.
Ah. Okay, then.
Listen, immediate fulfillment of the contract right here.
She takes the Sword of Cassandra and begins, raises her hand, and you see the pale light in the room intensify, and it's like the light itself is gathering in her palm, a plume of not quite fire, but almost like plasma, just rippling as the power coalesces. She then just slowly passes the blade through it, and you see the entire thing engulfed in this white energy. I look forward to hearing how you tell this story. As she plunges the sword through the portal, and you see it is not dissimilar to in Lord of the Rings when what's her name? The one that gives Gimli the hair.
Galadriel.
Galadriel. When her face takes on that frightening form for just a moment.
At the pool.
The light behind her. You see, as you look down, in Hades, everything had almost a dampened color.
Mm.
Now, it is shades of black and white and nothing else. As the light from the windows behind her is overpoweringly just filling the room. You look at your hands, you look at your clothes, at everything, and there is just shades of gray. Nothing else. As she holds the sword in, and you can see through the portal on the other side as the entire plain, the ground, the trees, everything in it, almost like an echo, like a holographic, like a 3D image that you look when you're not looking through it, and you see the two overlapping images as they begin to shudder and separate. You might want to leave the room.
Understood.
Grab
The
his
last thing
hand.
you see before the door shuts is the light filling the room, obscuring the floor and the ceiling and the throne until the only thing that you can see is a white void and the portal in the center. And the door shuts before that light reaches out beyond it. And as it does, you hear a guttural and terrifyingly loud scream. Not from the Fey Queen.
I was gonna say.
That, my friends, is from Varro.
As he is torn asunder.
Cool. Guess what? Varro himself gonna be way scarier now. Just as a heads up.
How long do you wait?
How long is our appointment?
Yeah. How long do we have?
Time is funny.
That's true.
Ray
How long
wouldn't
do you
move.
wait?
He wouldn't move until given a sign of some kind.
Okay.
Whether it be from the Lady Masquerade or somebody else.
The Lady Masquerade has no power here.
No, she doesn't. But
Riss will attempt to open the door after what he assumes to be 10 minutes.
okay. I think Ray would say wait.
Would he still do it if he saw light still underneath the door?
He would not.
Okay. So,
The moment light
Okay,
goes
so
away.
we have a visual of light coming through the cracks of the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Once that starts to subside,
but you wait.
and
You will
even
wait
after it
until-
starts to subside, yeah.
Okay. You don't know how you know this, but 24 hours later,
Jeez.
which passes without you really noticing.
Hmm.
You stand there with bated breath, and it could have been a few seconds, could have been a few minutes, but something in you knows that you have stood there for a day. As it is not a simple process. And then the light begins to not flicker, but kind of draw back slowly.
Once the light is no longer piercing through the cracks in the door, Ray's just gonna...
And as you reach for it, it just kind of creaks open.
I was gonna knock.
Oh,
Chris
opening
would've reached for
inward.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Open the door.
And you just see the Fae Queen, the Summer Queen. And interestingly, the light from behind her now has a bit more color.
Arcana check.
Go for it.
I would like to make an insight check.
23.
Where would her palace have been originally?
Natural 20 on an insight check on her.
Say it again.
Where would her palace have been originally?
In the Feywild, right?
The old world.
Oh, snap.
What was the name of that world again?
Khmer.
It would have been on Khmer?
Or at least some version of it.
Oh, that's right. Because it's a mirror.
Mm-hmm. So, the reason she did this in her throne room is that that pale light. She could have stepped out into the Shattered Realm if she wanted to.
Whoa.
But now, while still shattered, it's a lot less dreary.
Okay.
So you see just this kind of warmer sunlight coming in through the windows. Still completely blank. You can't see anything through
Right.
them, but the light coming through is no longer this pale white.
Immediate payoff.
I keep my end of the bargain.
And I will keep mine. If it pleases you, I can send a message to him now.
It's already done.
Wow, that was fast.
I'm fairly certain he would pick up on it.
Good luck.
And our bows. Thank you, Your Majesty. This will never be forgotten.
I certainly hope so. Farewell,
With your permission,
outsiders.
I would like to make the crest for the Galdier family similar to yours.
You may take inspiration, if you so please.
Will do. And he bows again. Customary bow. And
Do you have the ring? Or
I'm pretty sure I do. I don't think we ever confirmed whose inventory it was in.
Yeah, but regardless.
And Ray will actually walk out, knowing that Riss has one more thing to ask.
Yep. I would but trouble you for a few more of your seconds, my friend.
As she can see, she's just kind of been admiring the sword, but she looks up. Yes.
You were quite right to say that I've not been following for quite some years. I have no heart in it anymore. I had very little, one would argue, Makes sense, but I would request that you would release me from the service of my now deceased namesake.
And in exchange,
I have this as a trinket, and you will hold the ring. However, it is also common knowledge that intangibles are a valued currency here. My question to you would be, what would such a thing cost?
well, your namesake. He trained you, did he not?
Certainly did.
And you wish to be freed from the responsibilities that he gave you?
Even more so.
Then you shall also be free of the gifts he gave you.
Willingly given up.
I have a question as Noah, a player. In technical terms, can
What
you
does
tell
that
me what that
mean?
means? Does he just lose his levels in were you a ranger or a rover? You were a ranger first. Does he lose all of them and they become rogue levels?
We'll figure it
Or-
out, but Riss is very much like, hey,
I don't want you to be level freaking 7 going up against a god.
First off, level 10.
Whatever. You're level freaking 15, baby.
You see that the ring from your hand is gone. It is done.
And Riss will go, good catch. Thank you, my queen.
There goes his second.
One last question. Would it upset you unduly to delay, what's his name? Razien's return to the Unseelie Court as long as you can?
Unfortunately, he is already gone. So even if I did wish to,
I figured I would ask. Would it upset you at all should he be removed from the chessboard?
you are no longer beholden to such things.
Just wanted to make sure there would be no ill will.
Go.
And he will kneel one last time,
And the doors shut behind you,
and he'll take off his glove as he leaves.
and your hand is flesh and blood once more. You are...
We're the regular hand gang now! What?
And you see tears start to go down his face.
You are going to remove all of your levels in Ranger.
Yep.
You will not add them back as Rogue.
Uh-huh.
You will give yourself hit die equivalent to a level
Okay.
15 Rogue,
Okay.
but you will not gain any abilities past level 10 for the time being.
Okay.
So you have the hit points and proficiency bonus will stay the same.
How would you like me to adjust my current HP?
Well, remove...
It just removed... Oh, okay, I guess it already counted, but it removed 40 in total, which is probably about accurate.
Give or take, yeah.
How many levels did you remove? 5? That's...
Your hit points will roll that and get that back up by the time we start next session. Your abilities are the equivalent of a level 10 rogue.
Yep.
Well, actually, a level 11, because you all level up.
Hey! Alright.
I'm not even happy about it. Our damage dealer sucks now.
Yeah, pretty much.
To be
Like,
fair, there's
to be-
only an
to be-
extra, maybe 10 damage per round.
Still.
The extra attack.
Now, to be fair, though,
Uh-huh.
I applaud the roleplay.
Yes,
the
that was-
You have taken inspiration for that.
The sacrifice of
Like I didn't
player
even,
levels.
I didn't even have to.
Incredible.
I didn't realize I didn't even make you roll for it. That was just really well done. You appealed to her in a way that that she. Yeah, it worked.
That-
You also lose chill touch though.
Oh yeah, no.
I can
So-
cast it,
But
so we're okay.
that medium armor you just made me is now kaput. So I don't have
true.
medium armor.
He loses his medium armor proficiency.
You gotta spend some time with armor now. Or armor, with Einar.
Yep.
Yep.
But
I'll teach
the
you.
rest of it.
Take a level in rotation. Level up.
That would be pretty funny.
What if you took a level 1 fighter?
Well, not right now, but
Yeah, you would have to find someone that would be able to teach you.
yes. But
You had to find an artificer to teach you.
Did.
Alright.
But as you
good thing I have a fighter. for a
figure
brother.
out what you want to do next, you do immediately receive the level up. It's a 4.
I love it.
You don't need to take a long rest.
D8.
So
Wow, I have rolled exactly 100 hit points.
go ahead and roll for your hit points.
I rolled a
99.
4. I am now at 132. And now I get to choose a feat or ability score improvement.
What's your wisdom?
And my wisdom is currently maxed.
Okay, good.
I have a 20.
Listen, there's been a number of times where I've been like, why is this the way it is? So, and I think at level 11 now, you have reliable talent.
I have reliable talent. I lost an ability score increase, so my dexterity is not even at 20. But
Ugh.
But we will be able to mess with that and figure
yeah.
out exactly how
This
you're going to work.
is so
now.
weak now.
to be fair, it is only in HP and only in the second attack.
Yeah, okay.
And the fighting
Sure.
style.
You want to add a little bit more to that list?
And the spellcasting.
And the spellcast.
No Hunter's Mark.
No Hunter's Mark.
No Dreadful Strikes.
No Dreadful Strikes. But
You've been...
I roleplayed.
You did. You did. And
I'm so proud of you.
I am
but
extremely
I
proud.
hate it
I'm
so
good.
much.
But with that, that'll be where we call tonight's session. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.
William.